Daniil Manaenkov joins me now from Ann Arbor in the state of Michigan. He is the head of US forecasting at the University of Michigan's research seminar in Quantitative Economics. Thank you very much for your time, Daniil. Now, we just heard an interesting report about Austin there, but this is the case across many cities here in the United States, in fact, across the world. Rents here in the US have now risen above $2,000 a month for the first time ever. What's driving up these sharp rental increases?
Thanks for having me. So there are many different reasons that have worked over the past couple of years at different points in time. So the eviction moratoria certainly did jolt rental prices higher last year, but those have expired largely at the end of 2021. The primary driver, I think, is household formation, and the picture is a little bit confusing because we have like 5 different sources and they all conflict each other. But I think to some extent there are younger people who are moving out of their parents' homes, either because the labor market is at least doing pretty well right now, or they may still have some lingering concerns about passing on COVID to their parents. Additionally, there's some anecdotal evidence that maybe as a result of the pandemic, there was an uptick in divorces. And when people split, it's basically more households are formed.
That's interesting. So some social aspects there. But buyers are also facing extraordinary housing costs. So perhaps those who want to buy a home can't afford one, given the fact that it's up from 50% from a year ago. So perhaps more people pulling into the rental market there. Why are house prices so incredibly high right now?
Well, think about it this way. If you're looking at what's happening in the stock market is falling. Bond prices are falling as well, so the yields are falling, and housing probably offers one of the decent places to park money to wait out the inflation. So it's one of the reasons. There was, quite frankly, a lot of liquidity that probably made it to the housing market during the previous 2 years. And there's been, so the balance in the housing market basically affected by the number of people willing to buy or willing to sell. And because of the pandemic, a lot of people were hesitant to sell their homes just for health reasons. And that set off a chain of price increases. And now a lot of sellers are sitting on the sideline and waiting for possibly a better time to sell. Although you can argue that that time is about right now. And we are seeing some increases in inventory in many markets. So maybe by the end of the summer, the housing market will be more normal for the buyers, and that may help the rental market as well.
So I suppose, how can you forecast the housing market? Are we likely to see prices drop? Will they plateau and stay where they are? Or can you predict a crash of some sort?
I think for us to see a crash, we would have to see a severe recession where unemployment shoots up. And that's not in our outlook, so we project a slowdown and basically stall in home price growth by 2023. But if inflation shoots up, there's been a lot of investors pouring into the housing market, and they are renting those houses out. But if unemployment shoots up and people are unable to pay, there'll probably be inflow of foreclosures and distressed sales, and that could push home prices lower. But that's not in our baseline forecast, but it's certainly a possibility.
Okay, really interesting to have your insight. Thank you very much for that. Daniil Manaenkov for us there from University of Michigan.